Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast.
The 49ers have had a prototypical build for speed edge rusher for a long time. Going back to the D Ford, you can look at the Bryce Huff with Robert Saleh, up in New York. You bring him down here. Tarron Jackson comes in number 82 defensive end, fits that build, just really hasn't made much of his NFL career to this point, but 6'2", 254, that kind of undersized, burst, leverage type edge rusher. He's 26 years old, was drafted out of Coastal Carolina, and he's overcome a ridiculous amount of adversity between injuries to start his college career, not 1 but 2 years. And then, the tragic loss of his brother, which is just horrifying. His brother, Darren, died of leukemia at age 12. Jackson was 9. Tarron Jackson was 9 at the time and promised his brother someday he'd make it to the NFL and was able to accomplish that dream. Just how inspiring and incredible is this guy, Tarron Jackson, to overcome all those things and make it. This is his 4th year in the season, and you look at the measurables, right? He's wearing jersey number 59 currently. 6'2", 254, 33 1/4 inch arms. Long length arms for a 6'2 guy. He's 26 years old, ran a 4.7 140-yard dash. So he's built like the compact edge speed rusher, right? You type in all of his measurables and mock draftable. His comps are Jeremiah Tachu, D Ford. Like, there is a mold for what the 49ers want this to look like. Robert Beal, D Ford, Jeremiah Tachu, like those types of guys. He fits it. Now, 4.71, he's got the bend, he's got the flexibility. The speed isn't elite, but it is there, and it flashes on tape. He is a situational pass rusher, but in the majority of his snaps in the NFL, he actually graded out better against the run than the pass, and he's supposed to be a pass rush specialist. So that's been interesting. Now, he graduated from Silver Bluff High School in New Ellington, South Carolina. Tarron Jackson did. He was named All-Area, South Carolina All-Area for, everything, whatever else. He chooses to go to Coastal Carolina, which, that's a local school there in South Carolina, and graduated with a bachelor's degree in mathematics. Intelligence, check. What do you want to study? Math. Respect, man. Finished his career at Coastal Carolina where he dominated. Career leader in sacks for Coastal Carolina, 26.5. Tackles for loss, 44.5. Quarterback hurries, 34. Yards from sacks, 176 yards lost. Off the charts. And you look at just his awards accomplishments during his time in college. 2018, All Sun Belt 3rd team. Well, then he jumps up to Sun Belt Conference, All Conference 1st team. Then he's a Bronco Nagurski Trophy finalist, Law Impact Trophy finalist, Lombardi Award finalist, all the way up to Associated Press First Team All-American, Consensus All-American. Like, this guy did the best that you could possibly do coming out of Coastal Carolina. It just dominated. Then he gets drafted in the 6th round by the Philadelphia Eagles. They put a premium on edge rushers. That is what they want. So now the 49ers have added not 1, but 2 Philly edge rush guys that didn't pan out for them, hoping that they will pan out in this scheme, this Robert Saleh scheme. He was drafted 191 overall in the 2021 draft, sandwiched between 2 very profitable 49ers picks. He went 10 picks after Talanoa Hufanga and about 3 picks before Elijah Mitchell. Both of those, I think, were hits for the 49ers. Tarron Jackson hasn't had that type of career yet. The most snaps that Tarron Jackson has played this year in his career was his rookie year, 323 snaps. Had a 66.1 PFF grade. All right, it's what it is. But his play time has gone down, and ultimately to where they released him. And so, that's kind of where. So he gets released in the middle of last year from the Eagles. The 49ers go and sign him right before their last game, January 6, 2025, days before the Cardinals game to wrap up the season last year. You had all those injuries at defensive end, Yetur Gross-Matos, Nick Bosa, just everybody was injured. They bring him in. They like what they see, and they bring him back the following year on a 1-year, $1.1 million deal. No guaranteed money if he's cut. So, the 49ers aren't on the hook of anything, and that's a big reason why he's at number 82 on this roster countdown this year for impact on the 2025 season. If you didn't add Bryce Huff, you probably would have bumped Tarron Jackson up about 10. But the trade has taken place, and he's filling in the exact same role that Tarron Jackson, Robert Bill Jr., these edge rushers, it's just that role is now filled. So how is it he's going to make this roster? That's the question. Now, he's played in 24 games in his NFL career, 0 starts, kind of a rotational special teams. That's what Tarron Jackson brings. And you look at his entirety of last year, some with the 49ers, some with the Eagles. He had 50 snaps total, defense and special teams, the entire season. It was with the Panthers. It's just not great. So can he find a way to make it click as a pass rusher to where, hey, you have not one but 2 qualified pass rushers that can come in Bryce Huff and Tarron Jackson and just be that guy if Bosa needs a spill or if Mikael Williams needs a spill. Look, let me rush off the edge. I can do that. That's the goal. If he can contribute that role and prove to be indispensable, there's room on this roster for another defensive end on the active 53. The only question is, can Tarron Jackson earn that and prove to Chris Kucerik and the 49ers, hey, you have not one but 2 pass rush specialists. If that works and if he fulfills that, there is room, and he will make this active 53, but we got to see it first. So for Tarron Jackson, number 82 on the roster countdown, shout out to Ben, Josh, and Zach, executive producers of this entire series. And for us and the 49ers Rush team, we'll just keep counting them down.